Hi guys, welcome to the PHP. I'm Booker. That would be Perez. How you doing?
I was a little late this morning because it's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. A little more excitement.
I'm sick. I have like a sinus infection. I'm tired and beat and just can't wait for this to be done. I am so sick.
Well, that's no way to start the podcast. Well, we're going to have a great show today, despite Booker. At the end, I'm going to be interviewing Heather Dubrow, Real Housewives of Orange County icon. And she's got a new show as well. Additionally, Kanye West, we're getting to the point where repercussions are being felt for his actions. Some Kylie Jenner ridiculousness, some great Amanda Bynes news. Wendy Williams remains unwell, and more. But first, I'm in Vegas, and I am so happy and proud because I am doing Vegas unlike any other time before. I'm getting my meals delivered, and I've been working out every day.
Well, good for you.
I am laser focused and committed, and getting back into the gym has been the best thing that I've done in all of 2022. So if you are feeling not so great, this is not even a plug, and I'm not advertising anything. If you're not feeling that great, maybe start working out again, because I feel like a new me. I'm so happy, and my kids are happy, and all is good. So you're not feeling well. Did you go to those iHeart Awards?
Oh God, no.
No. Anything
That's
new?
like a whole other section of iHeart that it's like they're, you know what I mean? It's like the digital and all that side. I'm more of the radio side, but I was on it, I guess. So yeah, there was that. But no, last week I had a busy ass week. I went to see Duran Duran. This is probably why I'm sick, by the way. I went to see Duran Duran. I went to see Youngblood. I ran into my friend Avril Lavigne again, who told me she was thinking about me. I was like, what the hell?
Where did you run into her?
At Rockin' Riley's to meet the opening band. And then I met Maud's son, her boyfriend, who couldn't be like a fucking nicer guy. I mean, like the coolest. I get it. Like, I totally get it. What a nice dude. Youngblood, there's another guy that I had no idea I'd love so much, but he's a really interesting guy and different and eccentric and fun and rock and roll and crazy and just awesome dude. The guy from All Time Low, Jack, was there. It was like a whole, like, everyone was out. Måneskin was out. Like, it was like one of these nights where you're just like, wow, this feels like, 1999 again. Like, bands are hanging out in bars and doing things. And of course, then I get a sinus infection. So awesome.
I read that Avril Lavigne is going to be opening up for Machine Gun Kelly on tour.
That is indeed true.
And then I saw that they're playing arenas, and I'm like, Machine Gun Kelly is an arena act?
I don't know if he is by himself, but with Avril, he may be. You know what I mean?
And
I mean,
Willow
Avril has
also.
and Willow. So yeah, I mean, they get a lot of hits between them, and Avril has a lot of hits, obviously. I was shocked she was going out with them, but I think they're all under that Travis Barker umbrella, the money printing machine umbrella that they're under. So yeah, I think they're doing really well, all of them.
They all elevate each other. And actually,
you're right.
I would say Machine Gun Kelly has a lot to thank, Megan Fox. She definitely elevated him too in his music career by their coupledom. I don't even care. It's crazy. Like this week, not stupid, but like, I'm aware of them. 2 old clips of Machine Gun Kelly saying stupid things from a decade ago have gone viral. And I'm like, did he or his publicist like plant that to goose ticket sales? Because the timing of it all to me is interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You're probably right.
Are you one of those people who think you get sick if you're out at night and it's chilly? Is that it?
No,
Oh, okay.
that's you, not me.
No, not me. That's my mother. That's my mother. I don't believe that.
Well, no, we had a conversation on the show once that you
No,
said you went outside and you caught a cold. Yes, we did. And you said you
no,
caught a cold. And I said, Perez, you can't catch a cold by
no.
going outside.
That
We literally had it. Please
uh,
don't make me pull another
stop
clip.
it. I
Yeah, it's exactly what you said.
I did not. I might
Guys,
have,
feel free to call Perez and back me up on this one.
my
You did.
mother. No, I did not.
Yes,
Anyway,
you did. We had an argument about it about 5 years ago.
I might have said my mother thought that, but I
No,
don't
you
think,
did not
okay.
say that. You argued with me, and I was like, Perez, that's insane.
All right. Well, you're insane. Recall things incorrectly. All right. Let's get to Kanye West right now.
I'm gonna have to pull another clip, I guess. By the way, I pulled last week's clip of you saying exactly what I said you said, and I played it on the show.
You did? Oh, I didn't see it in the video.
Yeah, well, it's not in the video, but it's in the audio of the show. People were calling and laughing at you.
Oh, well.
And by the way, they're going to call and laugh at you again because we did indeed have a conversation where you said you go outside and you can catch a cold. I'm like, Perez, you can't catch a cold.
Say that.
Yes, you 1,000% did. It was like one of the silliest things I've ever heard you say. That and your when your dad took you to get your big penis shot when you were a kid.
Well, that is what I remember. I don't.
There's a couple of wacky things that you
young.
said that I've kept right here, but most of the crap just sort of slides through.
Anyways, first, after our last podcast, at some point, Kanye West was temporarily banned from posting on Instagram. It was just a 24-hour ban. However, Kanye was so butthurt about it that he has not returned to Instagram since then and has not posted a single thing since that 24-hour ban. Which
that's a good thing then.
I think it's a great thing for him, not for us per se. Yeah, for us too, I think. But
yeah, because we're tired of talking about him.
Yeah, but especially for him, I think it's a good thing. Though knowing Kanye, he's absolutely trying to do what Donald Trump did unsuccessfully, which is to start his own social media platform. I'm sure that's what he's been working on over the last week. But it's really hard. Look at, when was that? Was that last year? I think so. Look at that app Clubhouse. That was ginormous at the beginning of 2021. And now faded away, irrelevant, inconsequential. Nobody cares. Nobody talks about it. Yeah. Like, even if the platform is good, to sustain is so hard. So good luck to you if that's what you're trying to do, Kanye. So that was one consequence that Kanye has had to deal with. Another consequence is the Grammy Awards are happening next month here where I am right now in Las Vegas. Kanye is nominated for several awards, including Album of the Year. He was invited and scheduled to perform, but now has been disinvited. So the question to you and our viewers and listeners is, was that appropriate of the Recording Academy to take that action to disinvite Kanye West? And you all know I've had a lot of opinions about Kanye's behavior, but I do not think he should have been disinvited from the Grammys.
Wow. Interesting.
I think he has not committed a crime yet.
Yet. That's a little presumptuous.
Well, yet he hasn't committed a crime yet. But I'm just
no, yet implies that he's going to.
Well, in relation to disinviting him at the Grammys, because you have to take that into consideration. Well, did he commit a crime? No. What did he do exactly? He did this, that, and the other. Trevor Noah is hosting the Grammy Awards, and we talked about how Kanye insulted him with some racial slur and just went in on him. But after the news was confirmed by Kanye's team that he was disinvited, Trevor Noah spoke out about it and said, I said, counsel Kanye, not cancel. So Trevor Noah does not support this decision.
I mean, look, you're going to punt on the only person that people may actually tune in to watch. You know what I mean? Like you have the one person that's actually interesting.
People will watch him at Coachella. Actually, that's another question, which I'll save. We'll get to the Grammy thing. The other question is, should Coachella cancel Kanye? And I guess
what's Kanye done? He hasn't committed a crime or anything.
Well,
you know,
I guess since my answer to the Grammys was no, my answer will be consistent to Coachella, and that will be no as well.
Yeah,
but yeah,
we're in agreement. Okay, we're definitely in agreement. We're definitely in agreement. I mean, you got a guy that's look. I find what he does personally obnoxious, even harassing at times, especially to his ex-wife. You know, if she doesn't want him posting this stuff and airing their laundry, there's a bit of harassment there. But
a bit
to the level that there's a crime, no. No. And him getting in a fight with Trevor Noah, who cares? People have beefs online every day. There's a million artists performing at these shows that have had beefs with artists or fans even online. Like the whole thing is just, come on. Yeah, we've become so soft. Let's just cancel everybody for everything. Once again, commit a crime, different fucking story. Guy hasn't committed any crimes.
You brought up the crime now after you pointed out me saying
I said, if you commit a crime, he hasn't. But what do you mean I brought up the crime? You're the one that said yet implied that he's going to.
No, it doesn't. It just says that
Then why didn't you just stop it? He hasn't committed a crime.
Yet.
That implies that he's, I can't explain English to you. I really can't.
That does not imply that he will commit a crime.
Actually, yes, it does. Yet.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. But no, continue, please. Okay.
Anyways, that's it. You know, Kanye still has a lot on his plate. He is rehearsing for Coachella, which is also next month in Palm Springs. And according to a report, I mean, if this is his prerogative, if this is true, according to a report, Kanye is going to be fighting and seeking full custody of his children, meaning he does not believe that his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, deserves any custody of the kids. He does not think.
But this has come out of his mouth because everything else has come out of his mouth. So I'm going to call bullshit on this report already.
He's not been on social media. So
you just mean in this past week? Yeah. Well, now people are just lobbing softballs out there for clickbait because, you know, typically he was saying all this stuff. I figured, you know, all this time that you knew they were getting divorced, he probably would have mentioned that. I would think, you know what I mean? Like, I got to think it's came up at some point, but we'll see.
I don't like I said, it's according to a report. I don't know if it's true or not. But
yeah. They're married in the state of California, right? I mean, get out of here. It's not going to happen.
We'll see. Speaking of his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian was on the Ellen DeGeneres show and revealed that her boyfriend, Pete Davidson, not only got several tattoos of her already, including one that said, "My girl is a lawyer." Cute. She thinks it's cute.
Cute question mark.
Yeah.
Putting all your eggs in the Kim Kardashian staying with you forever basket is a pretty flimsy basket.
Oh, well, no, because tattoos can be removed. However, Pete Davidson also got her name branded on his
That's
chest.
The part I'm talking about. Yeah.
that is forever.
Yeah.
Can you? I don't think you can undo that. Can you?
No. That's like burning your skin.
Actually, no. You probably could undo that if you do like a skin graft, but that would require
that would be many grafts, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would require so much effort and operations, probably procedures.
I can't believe she goes on a show and tells Ellen this crap. Like, who fucking cares? It's so funny.
I mean, people saw it. They just thought it was a tattoo and it wasn't a tattoo.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The weird thing about it is, you know, body language expert.
I love these. Yeah.
Pop culture expert Perez. When I was watching that entire segment of Kim Kardashian talking about Pete Davidson getting the branding of her name and her multiple tattoos of her name over his body. She was very uncomfortable when recounting all of that. So she might have had a facade of a smile, but underneath it, she
Yeah. You felt the awkwardness.
beyond awkward, like it was like, you know, robot.
He's dug in and you're just my rebound. Right.
But listen, so I'm all for rebounds, so long as it's not toxic and you're having fun. If it's healthy, then rebound away. You know, that's life. It's one life, one chance. You're not going to miss your chance because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You know what I'm
Thanks,
saying?
Emma.
All right. Speaking of Kim Kardashian, this lawsuit that was brought against her by 6 former employees continues. And the latest development is they are demanding sanctions, monetary sanctions against her because she, according to them, is not cooperating to their liking with their, legal steps they're taking. Like she had some house person do discovery, like make a declaration, and they wanted to hear from her directly and blah, blah, blah. So that pain in the butt for her will not be going away anytime soon. All right, we're going to get to Kylie Jenner in a moment, but first, we love this. You love this. And we love that they're back as well. You know what? It means so much that we have advertisers that come back because it means that you guys are supporting our podcast. We want to keep this not just growing, but we want to keep this going. And your support helps so much. So please check out Magic Spoon. It is the yummiest breakfast or anytime cereal or snack that is a healthier alternative out there. If your kids want to cut down on carbs, cut down on sugar, cut down on unhealthy food, this is for you. Magic Spoon has 0 grams of sugar. It's loaded with protein, 13 to 14 grams per serving. It's low in carbs, just 4 net grams, and it's 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low carb. Plus, most importantly, it is truly delicious with some really special flavors like maple waffle. I love peanut butter because I'm just a peanut butter fan. Cinnamon, you get cookies and cream, cocoa, fruity, frosted, and more. You can create your own bundle when you go to magicspoon.com/Perez, and be sure to use our promo code Perez at checkout. That's guilt-free, delicious cereal at magicspoon.com/Perez, and use the code Perez to save $5 off. All right. Kylie Jenner. Well, first of all, Kylie posted on social media a video for her son, which I'm sure your girlfriend saw and you did not. It made me cry. I don't even like, I actually dislike Kylie Jenner. Like she just rubs me the wrong way. But I liked that video. It made me cry. It was done well. It humanized her and her family. Like it's nice to see them. Yes, they're being filmed, but they were not being filmed by the professional cameras of the reality show. A lot of it was just like handheld iPhone recordings. And it just felt intimate. It felt human. And that was nice to see. But even though Kylie herself told the world that her new son with Travis Scott, his name was Wolf, she has changed that and is no longer calling her son Wolf. She says on Instagram story, quote, FYI, our son's name isn't Wolf anymore. We just really didn't feel like it was him. Just wanted to share because I keep seeing Wolf everywhere. Yeah, you keep seeing Wolf everywhere because you told everybody the baby's name was Wolf. Like And then, of course, making that announcement and not revealing the baby's
Yeah.
new name.
Very Kardashian of her.
How just lame.
You go from the highs to the lows with these people. You really do.
I just said, wow, you did something. I don't like you, but you just did something that I like. And now I'm back to like, you're doing something I don't
Pendulum
like. That's
Kardashian
so
swing. Yeah.
A lot of people, though, were criticizing her for that video because we saw her baby nursery, which was loaded with crap that a newborn does not need. Who cares?
So they're rich.
Exactly. All these sneakers, they were probably gifted to them. There was this like $9,000 Louis Vuitton teddy bear. Who cares? She probably got it for free or paid for it. That's like 9 cents for Kylie Jenner. She's a billionaire. Let her waste her money however she wants. All right.
I doubt she's a billionaire, for the record. I'll state that again. Highly unlikely.
In happier news, Amanda Bynes is now officially free of her conservatorship.
Nice.
Continues to be, and actually, I wonder. I'm not trying to find out or out her or want people speculating. I'm just curious. The conservatorship hearing and the judge, it all took place in Ventura County. Does that mean Amanda Bynes lives in Ventura County? It would make sense.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know if that's just where they filed or if her parents did at the time. I imagine that means that her parents did because her parents probably oversaw the conservatorship. That'd be my guess.
Yeah, the mother did. But last I heard also the parents are now living in Texas. Yeah, but the mother, who was the conservator, not the dad, is very supportive and released a statement applauding Amanda for all of the hard work she's done over the last 9 years and reiterated this conservatorship was always just meant to be temporary. She continues to be engaged, and her lawyer announced that she is going to be releasing a fragrance. Good for her. Has no real plans.
Does it smell like freedom?
Hey, I wonder what that smells like.
Money.
She has no plans to go back to acting for the time being, but her doctor submitted before this a capacity declaration that she is mentally fit. She's drug-free. I think I mentioned this on the podcast. She had been living in, this assisted living community and done a lot to.
Good for her. Sounds like she's done a lot of work on herself and take the proper steps to get her life in order. Good for her.
Done a lot to get to this place. So good for her. All right. Some music news. This divided fans. The family of the late Selena Quintanilla is going to be releasing a new album from her, featuring music that she recorded when she was just 14 and 15 years old, which that's fine. That I have no problem with. Everybody does that. Prince, did you hear that? Prince is releasing a new album, and you're a big Prince fan.
Can't wait not to listen.
What I find disturbing is that Selena's family, have you heard this? They are going to be digital. They already did. They tested it. They've done this. The album is going to feature her voice digitally manipulated so that she does not sound 14 or 15. It ages her up to the age that she was when she was popular. I, as a Selena fan, don't care if she sounds young. I'd rather hear.
Yeah, I would actually, I guess, if I was going to listen, which I won't, I would want to hear what it'd be like if Olivia Rodrigo, if they, made her sound older for driver's license. She, those songs were meant to be performed at that time in her life, like Taylor Swift, all these breakups and whatever. That's what she was going through. That was my problem with the Taylor Swift album, trying to recreate time. Why would they do that? That doesn't make sense to me.
I think that they're all cover songs though. So it's not like about necessarily like being a young teenager, but
Okay, that makes sense because it's not even her point of view. It's not her writing.
yeah, no, I think it's like like popular songs of the day and
Right.
disco
It just
songs.
sounds like a money grab to me.
It
Sounds like they caught
is.
her doing karaoke and they're like, let's see if we can do something with it.
It is a money grab, but I would rather just hear her original, pure
Agreed.
young voice. So
Couldn't agree with you more. 100%.
and I'm a huge Selena fan.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see here. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. We got that. Okay, we got that. All right. We are so thankful that Belly Welly is back. I don't have any Belly Welly with me here in Vegas. I wish I did because I am so committed to being healthy, and Belly Welly will help you do that. Basically, to sum it up, low food mop. You need to be aware of this. It is going to be the new fitness craze of 2022, especially with folks that have, gut issues, and gut health is so important for overall health. And this is the first bar that is low FODMAP. Did I say low food map earlier? I meant low FODMAP.
I don't know. It sounded like you said it differently, but what? Yeah, we know what it is. Low FODMAP.
It's a new term for me. I wasn't aware of it. I'm aware of gut issues and like probiotics and all of that stuff. So this product, Belly Welly, has probiotics in it, like a brownie with probiotics. It's delicious. It's vegan as well. It's gluten-free and it's certified low FODMAP. It's also got 3 grams of fiber, and fiber is so healthy for you. And it is gut healthy, delicious. These bars, these brownies, these products, check them out at bellywelly.com and use code Perez30 to unlock a 30% discount. That's BELLIWELLI.com and use code Perez30.
Okay. Belly Welly, send me some of this stuff. I'm living with somebody that has gut issues. It would be awesome to try these. It sounds fantastic.
All right. The Oscars are this Sunday, and
you say it as if you really care or anyone cares. No one cares.
I mean, do I care? Well, I'm doing this thing I'm getting paid to do after the Oscars, so I'm excited about that. All right.
Yeah. All right.
I love a paycheck.
Like the honesty.
Yeah. So I'm going to be watching.
Okay.
There was a little bit of, I wouldn't even call it controversy, but leading up to the Oscars, this young actress, Rachel Zegler, the star of West Side Story, was complaining on social media about not being invited to the Oscars. And I don't think that's a big deal because we're still, unfortunately, especially in Hollywood, where they take, COVID seriously, we're still not done with this pandemic yet. So it's not going to be a traditional Oscars like any year prior to that. But after complaining about not being invited to the Oscars, she's now been invited as a presenter. So she will be going to the Oscars. So
wow.
You know what? I've learned, I know this, it's a tried and true lesson. Not always, but often complaining works.
It's that well, the old saying is the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yes, complaining works. Although it was really odd because, freaking DJ Khaled is a presenter at the Oscars. I must be missing something. Like he must be involved.
That guy gets the most work of anybody I've ever met in my life. That guy, it's unbelievable.
But why is he at the Oscars?
Perez, I've never been able to understand it. He is invited to everything and anything.
At the Oscars?
I'm with you. Do you think I get this? I don't get it either.
God, this is like really good lighting right now because I look so good today. and I don't have any
Could you shut up
Botox
and
or
give me another
anything.
story, please?
Well, I'm not done with the Oscars yet.
Oh, sorry.
Also, it was just confirmed after prior speculation that Beyonce is going to be performing at the Oscars. She has a nominated song, and it is rumored that she will be opening the show with her performance with a live via satellite performance from, I believe, Inglewood at a tennis court there, because she contributed a song to that biopic about Venus and Serena Williams and their father, which
Was it I thought it was Compton, but
maybe Compton.
maybe it
I
is
don't
Inglewood.
know.
I think it's
Whatever.
Compton.
Okay, Compton. I
Doesn't matter. I know.
I would rather Beyonce be there. Like, I'm not a fan of at remote things, because also the honest truth is most remote things are pre-recorded, and like I like live.
Yeah.
Oh well, so that'll be cool. After our last podcast, Jussie Smollett was released from jail, and now he's out on bond pending appeal. So whatevs. There's that. In more TV related news, this Grey's Anatomy writer, Elizabeth Finch, has been suspended for allegedly lying about things that happened to her in her private life, like battling cancer and this and that and the other. Should she be fired for that? I mean, if it doesn't affect her work, I would say no.
Yeah. I mean, was this on her resume? That's, if you put it in print somewhere and misrepresented why you can.
She did give interviews, so it was in print in that sense. She gave interviews about the things that she had experienced in the past.
I don't know. I guess I'm kind of with you on this because, look, writers, actors, singers, performers, they're all eccentric and they're all full of shit. Let's just be honest. They really are. Well, what do we get? What is with this culture that we have to police every word that somebody's ever fucking said in their past? Like, does it affect her writing? That's the question I would ask. If I was running Grey's Anatomy, I would be like, does this affect her writing? No. And I would also say, next time I see her, you're completely full of shit. I would say that too. But you know what I mean? Like, if you can do the job, just do the job. It doesn't sound like it hurt anybody. It didn't put anybody out. It's a shitty thing to do, especially to people that have had cancer. You know what I mean? Like, I would think lesser of her, but like I said, I would tell her that she's full of shit.
Yeah. Well, she hasn't been fired yet. She is on administrative leave.
Oh, she'll be fine. The story will be dead tomorrow.
Yeah. Also, several employees of ABC and Disney and former employees continue to speak out against the company's inaction or insufficient action in Florida and that don't say gay policy, including Kerry Washington, who had a long time hit on ABC's scandal. In even more TV news, Chris Cuomo, fired not that long ago by CNN, is suing CNN for $125 million in damages. He wants the remainder of his contract paid to him, which is $15 million allegedly, or around that, plus punitive. Like, I don't know. I guess that's how it's all a negotiation or a tactic. You have to sue for 125 million to make sure you get your 15 million.
You're right. Swing for the fences. There's no reason not to.
Yeah. And even more TV news, Wendy Williams has given an interview with Good Morning America. But what I find odd are two things. One, Wendy apparently reached out herself to set up this interview, which is not that odd, fine. And even though she insisted on the interview, she just wanted a phone interview with Good Morning America. I'm like, you couldn't even do a Zoom? You're not really helping your case that everything is great if you're doing a phone interview. So she gave a phone interview where she said she's absolutely of sound mind and is well and was dismissing rumors and hopes to return to television in the future. Even more TV news. I was not aware of this when I mentioned The Bachelor last week, but ABC announced that for the first time ever,
Yeah, it's always the first time fucking ever.
the first time ever, they're going to have two bachelorettes competing for the next and on the next season of The Bachelorette. So
Yeah,
double the
you know
men,
my thoughts.
double the men. I'm into it. And finally, congratulations to Sharon Osbourne after her blow up at The Talk last year. She just announced that she is going to be participating in a new talk show. I guess they could get away with this legally because it's a different country. The talk show is in the UK, and the talk show is called The Talk. I kind of love that level of petty. I applaud that level of petty. So
indeed,
congratulations to her. A reminder, we're going to chat with Heather Dubrow in a little bit. All right, let's take some calls.
Hey, quick plug for Euphoria. I'm finally on season 2. Holy shit, what took me so long? What a great fucking show. That is art just every week, cinematic. The storylines are unbelievable. The editing, music, the acting, it's fucking great. Well done, HBO. Just wanted to toss that out there. I love the show. A lot of penis in the show, Perez. I've never seen more penis in a show in my life. A lot of penis. You'd love it. Large penises too.
I gotta get it.
You gotta get it. Euphoria is a great show. Here we go.
Hi, Perez. Hi, Booker. I love you guys, but please stop talking about Kanye every single week. I get it. It's a big story. He's very scandalous. But there are other things going on in the world of celebrity other than Kanye and Britney Spears. You guys are covering the same thing. Every single week it's getting a little stale. Please mix it up. Love you guys. I'll keep listening. Bye-bye.
Like her energy.
What else? What are we missing? What did we miss?
With what? Stories?
With regards to talk about. Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Hey, it's Claire from LA, and I just wanted to say that Booker is completely right about The Bachelor. Last season, Clayton bangs the final 2, and then he breaks up with them at the same time, like in some weird group breakup situation. It was not even funny. It was just odd. And then
I don't know. That sounded pretty interesting to me. I got to be honest with you. Like he banged 2 chicks and broke up with them. Maybe I need to rethink my whole thought on going back to The Bachelor because that sounds fun to me. Like what the fuck happened there? I just couldn't make it through the show. These drips are just, it's not fun anymore. Take a fucking vacation. Quit coming up with gimmicks. You don't need 2 fucking bachelorettes. Just stop. Take a fucking vacation for 3 years. And the whole world would be like, oh my God, we missed you. Bring back Chris Harrison. Quit fucking with other hosts. You know, he'll have learned whatever fucking lesson he's supposed to learn by then. God knows what the fuck that is. You know, make the show great again. Make The Bachelor great again, ABC. That's my 2 cents on this.
You know what? I've been watching television as well. I can't believe I did not bring this up. For some reason, I don't know why, but I've started watching American Idol.
Really?
Yeah.
You're the one. Congratulations. Still good?
Well, I feel like this season, maybe because it's like the 20th anniversary, but it's really good. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I think people must still be watching.
You know, there's a show, back to the point I just made, that they've stuck to the tried and true format. And I just got tired of it, but it was a great show. You know what I mean? Like a great idea, well executed, well produced.
More than that, they've kind of like gone back to the original in that they from what I've seen, not one joke audition, right? Like, only people that are actually good or good enough have made it to audition, which I like that. Although I kind of want some more no's. It's like almost everybody makes it through to Hollywood.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
You do like the debate. You like you're close. You're right there. We're not sure. That's what made the show good. The line between good and great. That's where talent lies.
And unfortunately, I've really been enjoying watching American Idol, and like almost everybody's gone through to Hollywood, but there's been some great talent. So I really enjoy it. There you go.
All right. Keep an eye on that. There you go.
Hi, I'm Ashley from New York. Love the show.
Thank you.
I just wanted to add that these extra interviews are awesome. I think they're great. Adding on Dr. Drew was just wonderful. Stop talking about Kanye. Stop giving him attention. That's all. You two do great dance together. Keep it up. Thank you.
Well, you know,
Fucking love New Yorkers.
just knowing how things work. I mean, Kanye's self-isolated himself, so we probably are not getting much Kanye for next week's show, or any Kanye for next week's show, thankfully.
What a bummer. One more.
Hi, it's Marie from Toronto. Just wanted to call to say I've had to turn the podcast off the last couple of times because, Booker, you're just being too disagreeable. It's like you're trying to disagree just for the sake of it, and it's gotten sometimes too annoying and too much.
What did I disagree with this week about? Anything? I think we were kind of almost in sync with every topic.
I think about Kanye.
Oh, and yeah, and the fact that you think you can catch a cold going outside. We did disagree about that because that's what you said. But no, look, and thank you for the note. But I am, to go back to the prior calls, plural, I am equally as fed up with Kanye West. I couldn't care less if we never talk about him again. You guys know my opinion on him. He's a fucking annoying. He just aches for this attention. I don't want to give it to him. So my frustration probably builds when he's talking about Kanye. I just can't take it anymore. I'm with every single one of these calls. Like, fuck Kanye. This whole show is a show and I'm over it. So my apologies if it's too much.
All right. Now we're done with all of that. And thank you. Because there were a lot of comments over on YouTube.
YouTube. Bunch of fucking geniuses hanging out there.
All right. We're going to get to Heather Dubrow in a second. But first, thank you to Adam and Eve for returning to our podcast. If you want to spice up your life, like the Spice Girls say, you need to zig a zig over to Adam and Eve.
God. What a pun.
You need to zig a zig over to adamandeve.com right now, because this is the best offer we've ever had on our podcast. 50% off just about any item, from practical things to spice up your life to novelty items, sexier, spicier all around. Go to adamandeve.com and use promo code Perez at checkout, and you'll get 50% off almost any item. That's adamandeve.com. Use PEREZ at checkout. All right. Heather Dubrow, I love talking to people who love talking, and she loves talking. She's not just a housewife, but she's got her own podcast as well. She's married to that very famous plastic surgeon, and the two of them have their own show also that just started. She's making the money. God, got to manifest that for both of us.
Amen.
Money, money. It's my birthday. All I want.
Happy birthday, buddy. Hope you have a great weekend or week or however the fuck long you're there.
All I want, in addition to good health, is more money. All right. Here is our interview with Heather Dubrow. We'll be back at the end to say goodbye. Well, there's so much I want to talk to you about. You also have a new show. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But because you are rare, you're one of these one of the few special housewives that has left the show and then come back. That offers you really a unique perspective on the experience. When you left initially, I think, was it 2016, around there. Now that you're back on, can you really be honest about that last time? What was the real reason for the departure then?
No, everything I said has been incredibly true. And when I left, you know, I left the way you're supposed to leave a job, on good terms with your employers, without burning bridges, and going with how the company would like you to exit, in an elegant an appropriate way.
So they basically asked you to leave.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm
Okay.
saying is it was a very mutual decision. There was a lot of things on both sides, and it was time. I didn't want to be on the show anymore. I've been really vocal about all of that. But what I'm saying is,
You're a team player.
I'm a team player. We put a statement together. They wanted me to exit in a certain fashion when the decision was made. And that's what we did. And I'm very proud of all that. And I thought I left really well, which is why it was really hard for me to want to come back. Cause it was like, no. I got off the show well. My career's done well.
Let me, before you go there, was it you were tired of doing the show? But here's the thing. We all know you're blessed amongst many things to also be married to your husband that you've been with for a long time, who's very successful in his own right. And he's with you in this new show. So you've got that financial stability.
Yeah.
When you have that, it kind of gives you leverage to like ask for everything you want, right? Which maybe some of the other women might not. Be like, if I negotiate real hard because I think I deserve that, and they say no, well, fuck them. We're going to be good. I don't need this paycheck. Did they not give you enough money back then? Is that the real reason? It was not about money?
Never about the money. It's not, listen to me. My whole first season, I came from scripted television. My whole first season on Housewives, I made less than one episode of scripted television. So and then you do get paid better as the years go on and all of that. But, not to sound obnoxious about it, but it was always kind of pocket money. It's not life-changing money to me.
But being on TV was good for other opportunities.
Exactly. It's an incredible platform. The brand extension is huge. And you have to understand that the reason why you do something like this is exactly for that. And that's the trade-off. The trade-off is I am willing to cut open myself and bleed on the floor in front of you, but you got to show my products.
And you have some, you have an alcohol? Is that?
No.
Oh.
We have,
you have the fitness things and books, but I was looking at the logo and I'm like, are those champagne flutes?
No, they are. That's my podcast. That's Heather Dubrow, which actually you were on many years ago. I don't know if you remember that.
I got to be back on.
I would love to have you back on. So I've had my podcast for 7 years.
We've 7 years. Wow. Yeah.
Or 6.5, over 150 million downloads. Like that's done very well. And I love that. But, Terry and I have written 3 books together. We have a very successful skincare and supplement line. We've had 4 years on Shop HQ. So, besides like his normal job and me doing what I do in the entertainment industry, we do all these things together and it's fun and cool. But Housewives was never about the money. It was about how is this helping my brand extension? What can I do with this platform? And how difficult is this for me to do? Because it's a very hard show to do.
So you took a nice long break. I think it was like 4 or 5 years. What prompted the return to the show?
So
honestly.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you. When they called, I totally laughed. I was like, yeah, no, check the box, did well. Although when I was asked, I was like, never say never, because you never know, right? But the truth is, I always explore every option, figure it out, talk about it. Terry and I talked about it. So I have 4 kids, all different genders, sexualities, all that. And Max, my oldest daughter, when she came out as bisexual a couple of years ago publicly, amazing support, like lots of love, amazing. And then also, terribly tragic stories about, parents that were estranged from their children that had taken their lives because they didn't have a safe place to come out and all of this. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if we could use our platform, this platform, to normalize and continue those conversations in other families, and especially with what's going on in our country.
Well, like in Florida right now.
With the Don't Say Gay
bill.
And
transgender kids all over.
All of it. So my 15-year-old Katerina is a lesbian. And of course we knew that, but I didn't know.
Wait, your 15-year-old, I missed this. Your 15-year-old is already, wow. Like at 15, I knew I was gay, but the world was so different in the 90s. I could not have told my parents. I could not have told anybody. I think it's a real testament to you that she felt comfortable enough to share that with you guys. So
Absolutely. Thank you. Well, the story was kind of funny because we already knew, and she'd been exploring her sexuality for some time, and she taught me a lot about the difference between pansexual and bisexual and things that I just wasn't familiar with. She's the one that explained non-binary to me. She's super, super smart. Anyway, one day, even though I knew she was gay for a long time, but one day we have a group chat with the family, with the 6 of us. And I was so mad because something happened in the house. So she texted us on the group chat saying, by the way, I'm a lesbian. Like she had just woken up one day and just realized that was her path. And I don't know, I didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention. And I texted back right after that on the group chat, WTF, the dogs pooped in the house. Meaning like, who didn't take the dogs out? Like I was so mad. And she tells the story. That story was in People magazine recently because that's what happened. I'm really proud of my kids. I didn't know. And then on Real Housewives, she and I were filming just like a easy little gardening scene on the show. And in the middle of our conversation, she said, I think I'm going to take my lesbian flag down. I was like, why? And so we have this really amazing conversation. It wasn't about her coming out. It wasn't anything. It was a normal conversation between a parent and a child. And the child happens to be talking about, getting flack for being gay on social media. I'm so proud of her feeling so comfortable and being okay, having those conversations for the world to see. And I mean, I knew Max, my older daughter, was going to talk about it, and she's written a book and she has a podcast and all of that. But to see Katerina also joining the conversation with all the bullshit that happens on the show and the petty drama, just to be able to show this and again, open those conversations, that's what it was about for me.
I don't want to pry too much because your daughter's only 15.
Yeah.
But, the show is The Real Housewives of Orange County. And when I think of Orange County, I think a lot of conservative people. It's like the red county. What has her experience been like in school? Has she found support in school, or has it been a struggle?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's actually found a lot of support in school, and her sister too. So we're Jewish, but we're Buddhists, so we consider ourselves Boo Jews. And
I love that.
I have 2 kids at Catholic school and 2 kids at Episcopalian school.
Oh, wow. How interesting.
It's weird.
That would be even weirder too, because like Catholic school and Episcopalian school, I wouldn't consider very accepting.
Yeah, well, the Catholic school is both schools are absolutely wonderful and have treated my kids amazingly well. But I have to say, especially the Episcopalian school is so inclusive and so wonderful. And I've just really been blown away by all of it. And you're right. I mean, it's a really conservative place. I'm from New York. My husband's from the Valley. And, we have other gay members of our extended family. And it's just, we just have always been very open about everything in our household. And I didn't really come from a family that talked about things. So that was very important to me to create a family that did. And we've just always been that way.
I'm very good at keeping secrets. So I couldn't have asked you or anybody else to give her advice, but one of my friends is one of the new housewives in Beverly Hills, Diana Jenkins. So I'm very excited to see how it all pans out. Who knows where the universe will take people, and maybe people that even watch or listen to your podcast, like if you could give a woman who's going to be the next housewife advice before joining the show, what would you tell them?
I would say be authentic. The audience just has a bullshit meter and it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You're a super fan. You come on these shows and you think you got it all sewn up and figured out. It just doesn't work.
And then if you could bring anybody back to any of the cities that has left, whom would you most like to see return?
I mean, I guess I would only speak for my franchise, but I'm friends with a lot of the girls on Beverly Hills. I've known them for years, but I think for my franchise, I would bring Alexis back. I like Alexis. I think she's cool, and I think her life has gone in a different direction, and I think it would be interesting to see what she's doing.
Is Kelly Dodd unemployed? Is she working? Does she have financial means at the moment?
I just have no idea.
I wish her well. Yeah. Okay. To answer the question that I asked you, I would like to see Nene Leakes go back to Atlanta. Although I don't, unfortunately, like she did not go out like you went out.
So, right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. And the thing is, I like her too. I've run into her a couple, I don't really know her, but I've met her a handful of times. She's always been super gracious. I actually love running into girls from other franchises. I ran into some girls from Miami when I was in Aspen a few weeks ago. It was fun. I really like her. I heard it didn't end well. And that's the thing. And you know what? And I tell my children this too. You know, sometimes the situation ends because it's not going well. But that doesn't mean you have to blow it up on your way out. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve anyone. But, you know, say thank you. Thank you for this experience. Thank you for this platform. I really appreciate it because you know what? You just never know.
I think Bethany ended things well with Bravo.
Yes.
So maybe we could see her come back in the future.
She's a great chick. She's someone else I've known since she was like 23 from back in the days in LA. But I think what she's doing with her foundation and the money she's raising and the work
she
she's
raised
$25 million.
$25 million for Ukraine. It's
amazing,
inspiring, very wonderful what she's doing.
But that's someone that's taking their platform and using it for good. And I really like that. And I did see some, not many, but like a few negative comments, especially from some former castmates of mine saying, oh, she's parading her, using her children for a storyline. I don't need a storyline. I have, you know, for every 30 hours we film, only 20 minutes makes it to the air. I never even had to talk about my kids this year, and I had plenty of content. But again, as far as I'm concerned, especially like we were talking about before with what's going on in Florida and Texas, if you have a platform and you have gay kids, you better damn well be talking about it and showing how normal this is and that this is biology. You got blue eyes, you got a bump on your nose, you're gay, you're straight, you're whatever, man, it's biology.
I love that. You know, you mentioned your husband, you and him do a lot together. You've got this new show, not on Bravo, but on E, called 7 Year Stitch. I think it already premiered, right?
Yeah.
What nights does it air, or what night?
Well, tonight it's on Tuesday at 9. Yeah.
So it's on Tuesdays at 9. What, you're not just this, are you also the producers of the show?
Yeah, we're the executive producers and we're hosting the show. So this
making that money. That's inspiring.
Well, come on, you got to do that.
Is this the first show that you guys have produced together?
This is the first thing that's getting airtime.
I see, but I love that. I love that. To get something on air is really hard.
It's crazy. I mean, this took 2 years. Terry had a show a couple of years ago called License to Kill, and it literally took 8 years to get on the air. I had a talk show that sadly went down in flames because of the pandemic. We put it up once and then everything went down. Hopefully I'm going to reignite it. But that was something I came up with. I mean, I think it was 13 years prior. You just don't know. You got to keep going and pushing and going for it and all of it. I have to say, I really love your aspirations for acting.
Oh, thank you.
I always see you talking about
I want to do more acting, but ... I'm old enough and smart enough to know wherever there's a paycheck, I will go, because I have 3 children and I'm a single parent. So I'm not precious about anything. I will literally go. I'm like Joan Rivers in that documentary, A Piece of Work. If they meet my rate, I will do it. So
I will go.
I'm trying to manifest more acting because I think not just will it be fun professionally, but I think personally, it'll be good for me as well, for people to like kind of start to distance Perez Hilton from Perez Hilton.
Yeah.
But listen, I'll do whatever, wherever there's a paycheck. So for those who haven't watched yet, what's the concept of 7 Year Stitch, airing Tuesday nights on E?
So what we're doing is we're taking couples at that precarious 7-year mark, and we are doing full internal, external makeovers, like body, mind, soul, and trying to make each of them, we're separating them for 7 weeks, and we're trying to make them their best selves individually that they can possibly be. And then the hope is to put them back together after 7 weeks and try to stitch the couple back together. The problem
It's giving.
is-
Wait, your husband was. Wait, wasn't he on like decades ago that Nelly Galan show, The
So
Swan?
the Swan. Yeah. Do you know
It's
Nelly?
giving. Well, she's Cuban American,
Yeah.
and I'm Cuban
Yeah, I know.
American, so I've never met her. I just follow
She's
her on social
fabulous.
media.
She's great.
It's giving me a little bit of The Swan as well.
Okay. Well, let me just tell you. So here's the only difference. I mean, a big difference.
I mean,
is
it's
that
different. There's a lot of differences.
There's a
yeah.
lot of difference, but in no way are we saying have plastic surgery and it's going to fix your marriage. When we talk about an external makeover, I'm talking about things like, let's say a female who's had a bunch of children and the body has just completely changed and is so, unconfident, like doesn't want to be intimate with her partner anymore. Things like that. Not like, I don't think I'm hot. Make me hot and then my husband will love me. That doesn't work. That just doesn't work. But sometimes there are things like that if you could have help with. So the thing is with me and Terry, like we've been together 25 years. People will say your couple goals, you managed to survive the reality show curse. And then people will say, oh, but if I had their money, I would be able to do it too. And the thing is, it's not about money. It's about working on your relationship. However, it is about resources. So it's kind of like where the show comes from. All right, we're going to open up our Rolodex. Here's the experiment. We're going to give you all of our resources, the best therapists, trainers, everything to help
I
you
love it.
be the best person.
Is every episode one couple, or does it go over several episodes?
No, each episode is intended to be one couple. And then
so you get the whole 7 weeks in one episode.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, I love that concept. Yeah. There's like an immediate payoff for all of us folks that have short attention spans.
Exactly. And what's really nice about it is it's like, these couples are so like relevant, interesting and relatable and willing to put everything out there. And then at the end, they have to decide whether they want to stay together or not.
Wait, have you had people that have decided not to stay together?
I can't reveal that. I'll have to wait and see.
So
see, I've got you sucked in.
I know. I've got to watch. Honestly, all I watch these days are children's programming.
Oh my God, you're in the middle of it.
I'm in my kids are 9, 6, and 4. So that girl Lele, you're probably past that. It's a Nickelodeon.
I don't know Lele. I think I ended at the Bubble Guppies.
It's a Nickelodeon show, so that's what my kids are obsessed with these days. So that's basically all we watch. I'm gonna do something that might be considered uncouth.
Do it.
You're 53 years old.
Yeah.
And you look amazing.
Thank you.
And you're married to a plastic surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
Some might think, I'm sure you've had some work done, but you haven't had too much, right? Like whatever you have had done, it's like just the right amount.
You know what's so funny? It doesn't matter.
You had nothing done?
I've had nothing done, but
no, you're lying.
No, I haven't had any surgery.
But you've had maybe like some filler or something.
No, I don't like filler, but I do get this. I'll tell you exactly what I get. 100%.
Tell us.
I get Botox, but I want to show you something. I haven't had, you see how my face moves? I haven't had Botox in a while, and I didn't get it before.
Wait, you do not have fillers in your cheeks?
No, these are my cheeks.
You look so full.
You go look at
All right, okay.
Look at me from like the 90s and the early 2000s when I was on mostly scripted television, and you're going to see how big my face was, because I just always had a big round face. But as you get older, you lose your facial fat.
I know you have not done that yet.
No, I have. Go look at my face. Wait till you see how big and wide. You'll remember me if you go look at Heather Page Kent and go look at my TV shows, and you'll go, oh, right. And you'll see how big my face is. But if you look at my mom is turning 80 this year. She's had no plastic surgery. She looks fantastic. We have good genetics. I get Botox. I did not get Botox for the reunion. My reunion prep was a colonoscopy I had 2 days ago, because I thought I would be really skinny, but it didn't work out that well, to be honest with you. I'm not. And it didn't work. Yeah, that didn't happen. But I also love this thing called the Aqua Golden Needles.
What's that?
Oh my God, it's the best thing ever. There's this guy, Doug Mest. He's in Hermosa Beach. You would love him. He was actually one of the guys that had Sculptra FDA approved, because, originally it was made for AIDS patients because they lose facial fat. They get very skeletal. And so it actually, it's not like a filler. it's like, think of it as a fertilizer, and it actually grows your own collagen back. So you can't overdo it. It's brilliant.
How is like pricking your face? What is the process?
That's an injection. That's different. So
What's
like
the process? The aqua golden needles. I'm
aqua gold
fascinated.
needles is different, but
Oh,
that sculpture is brilliant. So
What's
aqua
the-
gold. Okay,
Okay, yeah.
aqua gold. It's like this little vial. And wait, how old are you?
44 almost.
Okay, do you have one of those stamps from the booster shot when you were little?
No.
On your shoulder? Okay, so you were probably just past that. So when I was little, they gave this booster shot everyone's got a scar from. Okay, so it kind of looks like that. It's a little vial, and each doctor puts their own proprietary blend in there, like a little Sculptra, a little Botox, a little whatever. And then there's all these little hollow needles on top, and you lay down, and they literally, like a kid's stamping kit, they stamp your whole face and neck. So it's kind of topical. Think like topical microneedling. So it doesn't get injected in, it's all topical, but it just makes your skin amazing. And just lightly, like little fine lines and stuff. It does all of that. So I get that.
I'll look into that. And how often do you do Botox? I've never got it done, but I'm like getting near the point where maybe soonish I might have to start or might want to start. Is it like twice a year?
It depends. There's a cumulative effect. So I've been getting it done so long. Honestly, I probably haven't had it done in 2 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Maybe
All right.
a year and a half. I'm telling you, I need it so badly. And actually Terry's like, don't you want to get it before the reunion? Because I have this line there. And I go, you know what? I think I want people to know that I'm annoyed. Like, I don't want like a frozen face.
So obviously, you like working with your husband as well as being married to him. Some people might think that that's a bit too much together all the time, but that works for you guys.
Only because it's not our primary job. He is a physician. He goes to his office, he does surgery, picks up his scalpel, he does his thing. I have my podcast, I have my YouTube channel, I, have other TV shows that I develop and whatnot. And I am the primary caregiver for 4 kids. So
that's a full-time job.
And I mean, like the twins are 18 now, they drive, they're in high school, they're seniors, they're going to college next year. So they're a bit more self-sufficient. My youngest is 11, but I mean, it's still, there's a lot going on here. So, and I take care of our house, and our lives and all of that. So those are our primary jobs. So when we get together, like we don't play golf, we write books and I
love that.
We brainstorm TV shows. And you know what? I'll tell you, you would love to have a partner like that because you're so creative and you love
Although
Hollywood.
I want my partner to be behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, I thought I married a doctor. You just never know.
And you mentioned you've been together over 25 years. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, that means that you're really going to be there forever. What's the secret that you've decided this is what really makes our marriage last? Is there one thing?
Yeah, separate bathrooms. You have to have your own bathroom. Not kidding.
Because of pooping? You don't want to poop next to your husband? Or?
I'm just saying you need space. Like, not everyone needs to know everything. Everyone needs a private moment. Yes, everyone needs their own place to poop. But truthfully, I think that what's really important is when you meet someone, you can dot all the I's and cross all the T's. It really is a leap of faith. You really don't know. I think getting married too young it's very rare that lasts, because what you like at 28, you don't necessarily like at 45. I mean, think about how different you were at 28 versus now. I mean, it was a lifetime ago. And so,
waiting is good advice. Absolutely.
You have to get lucky, but you have to be willing to work on it. I mean, there's good days, bad days, good years, bad years, and you have to be willing to work on it.
Well, that's the number one thing. Well, after I tell my kids the 8 most important things in life, and number 2 is you have to work very hard, not just work hard, work very hard at everything. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you have to work very hard at it.
Yeah.
Your podcast, where can folks listen? Everywhere?
Everywhere you find podcasts, Heather Dubrow's World.
Do you have a co-host or is it just you?
It's just me. And
is it mainly your like people in the Housewives world or anyone and everyone?
No, when I started the podcast like a year or so before I left the show. And I really felt like, I never say, oh, editing and blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, the algorithm is for every 30 hours you film, 20 minutes makes it to the air. They just literally can't show everything. So you do become some kind of polarized version of yourself. And I really wanted a different kind of connection and to make a community. And so that's what I did. And so even though I have had housewives on before, people that are like important to me or friends, for sure, every once in a while. And right now I do recaps of the episodes because it is airing right now. And if someone's going to talk about it, it might as well be me, in my opinion. But I really don't talk about reality TV. I mean, there's so many people out there that are doing that and do it so well that
It's
you don't
crazy.
but it's great. But you don't need to hear it from me. And I
But
don't have time to watch.
It's crazy how big the Bravo community, like Bravo's done an exceptional job of creating an ardent fan base that consumes all of their content.
Anything. Yes.
Yeah.
It's incredible. But like I said, like, it's just not something that I'm interested in. It's just like you were asking me about the show and the money and like all that kind of thing. Like, podcasting can be very lucrative. It's a great gig. But most importantly for me is I love doing it. I love connecting. I'll get pitched people sometimes that are, like a really nice named actor. And although I admire them so much, I'm like, but what's the conversation? Because I just don't want to hear about the new movie. Like, you can do that somewhere else. And that's just not what interests me. I want to hear like, what's their family like, or they travel a lot, or, like I love, like, for example, like Phil Rosenthal, who, is a huge producer, everyone loves Raymond and so many other things, but he's got that great show, Somebody Feed Phil. And it's amazing. Do you know the show?
I don't.
You have to watch it. He goes around the world and he eats, and he's so interesting and cool. And I just like talked about restaurants we like to go to and where he's traveled and what his favorite, guilty foods are and what his family thinks about. And just like dumb, but it's like more of a hangout conversation. And that's what I like.
And on YouTube, what kind of stuff are you doing for your followers there? Like, what's the content there?
So when I started my YouTube channel, it was actually my daughter. She was like, "You need a YouTube channel." I'm like, "That's a great idea. What would I do?" And so, we were at Javier's one night, and 2 tequilas in, I'm like, "I've got it. I'm going to do it from my closet, and I'm going to call it Heather's Closet, and I'm going to, talk about fashion and tips and whatever." And that's how it started. But I've really just kind of gone with, sort of supply and demand and what people wanted. So when I left the show 5 years ago, I'm very into designing anything, clothes, homewares, homes. And so I was building the house that we're in now, and no one got to see the finished product. And so people were very upset about that. And so I literally did a full house tour. I mean, there's some things that you don't see for security reasons, and, that you can't really get a floor map of the house, but I really went through. And for people that love design, I showed, because I designed every inch of molding, every detail of the marbles and the stone, but I love it. So if you want to go to, YouTube and look up Heather Dubrow, you can.
I do love watching celebrity homes.
It's fun and it's interesting.
Well,
and
not even celebrity homes, any homes. I love, and actually some of the people that just do home tours on YouTube, they're making so much money because I watched, this has 3 million views. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, some of my videos there have like 2 million views, 1.5 million views. It's fun, but I did it because it's like, I felt bad. Like, I took you on this journey of building this new home from the ground up, and you never saw the finished product. So here it is.
So the reunion hasn't happened yet, but what do you anticipate is going to go down? If you had to predict, looked into your mirror ball.
Yeah. No, I feel like I'm clear on how the day is going to go. I think, what I had heard, I haven't seen the show since I left. I didn't go back and rewatch or anything like that. I wanted to just meet everyone fresh, just like I did the first time I joined. So what I had heard was the thing that was really missing from the show in the last few years were the connections. So they felt like the cast wasn't connected enough. They weren't friends. It was missing that. And so what I would say about this season, it's like when you come in to fix a company, there's certain steps you have to take. You got to cut the dead weight, get rid of what's not working.
They did that.
Check that box. And then you have to rebuild the foundation. Right? So what I would say is by the end of this season, there is a definite foundation and a real friendship between several members of the cast. And I think where it ends is a very interesting place to take it to the next season. So that's why I keep calling it transitional. I think it's a good season. I think it's a good transitional, and I think it's on the right path. And the season ends in a very surprising way. So I think for the reunion, I don't think there's going to be any big shocks. But now that I just said that out loud, I am smart enough to know you never know.
Do you even know if you're coming back for another season?
No, who knows? They might go F her.
Well, I'm grateful for you. Thank you for joining us. Everybody, check out the new show on E! 7 Year Stitch. Check out Real Housewives of Orange County. Check out all her products. You have a website.
If you just go to my Instagram at Heather Dubrow, there's a link tree. You can just click on everything there.
There you go. You can check out everything there. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.
Bye, honey.
Thank you. That's it, everybody. All I want for my birthday is money. You can help that by buying some My True 10, my CBD gummies and muscle relief gels, and sharing this, okay? Share our podcast, perezpodcast.com, or the YouTube link, perezpodcast.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time.
Happy birthday.
Feel better. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.